I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. Well, some teams get production mostly from their starters. But, Clark, tonight, it should be a different story.
Yeah, both of these sides, BA, call on their reserves early and have great trust and confidence in what they provide. There's a lot of firepower at the end of both of these benches. Boy, very easy that time for Powell. He's not going to miss that one.
Jackson outside. Down low. Kicks it to George. Inside. 5 to shoot. He got a piece of it. Doncic outside. The 3-ball. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Brunson. Dallas needs to get off a shot.
You can trust Luka to make the most of a close shot. I mean, he won't waste a high percentage look most times.
Timeout called. The Clippers.
Timeout for the Clippers.
They're moving on after the tough loss at the hands of the Pelicans.
I mean, what a stunner. They came into the game confident, looked like they had it pretty much in hand, and then the wheels fell off there in the fourth.
About a minute into this first quarter. Jackson outside. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to George. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
That's his first.
It goes on to Dwight Powell.
First team foul.
And with Paul George, Grant, you know what he delivers. Very consistent in what he'll bring to each game.
I mean, the scoring is always going to be there, but his defense doesn't take a night off either. I mean, very nice and consistent production from him.
Outside Brunson. Doncic on the wing. Fires it. Again, Doncic missing. In transition, here come the Clippers. And George with the jam.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
Now here's Doncic. Scoring around 28.5 points a game. A very talented offensive player.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And it's the Clippers on the break. Pass to Hartenstein. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And here's Doncic outside. Hits a three-pointer. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Hartenstein. It's rebounded by Dallas. Pass to Powell. To the paint. And here's Doncic outside. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Up top, Jackson. Over Brunson. Jackson can't get it to go. Doncic outside. Powell outside. Kicks it to Doncic. The three is up. Outside Brunson. Pass to Doncic. Now Powell. To the inside. Kleba. And a nice finish on the layup.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
And Brunson, here we go. For three. And he buries his first look.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
The Clippers trail. The ball's knocked loose. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Leonard. Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for Dallas. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Dallas?
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range to this point. Always nice to start out like that.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. Fires from deep. And the three-pointer goes. Boy, we've got an incredible amount of young talent in the league right now, Clark. Some who could go down as all-time greats when it's all said and done.
I can't disagree with that, B.A. Clearly outstanding talent, but this is cyclical. We've had periods like this before where there have been great young talents that have come into the league and taken it by storm. You talk about Antetokounmpo and Doncic and Zion Williamson, and there are tons of others, Devin Booker and the like. A lot of guys seem destined for Springfield, even in their early 20s, if they maintain their level of play for the next several years.
And too long on the shot.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Kicks it out to Bertans. Back to Doncic. Let's go with a three. Here's Bertans. The kick out to Brunson. Doncic right side. 4-3. Gets the three to fall. Doncic has got 13.
Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Mavericks dance team.
And the Clippers with the ball. 7-point differential. Pass to George. Now here's Jackson. The three is up. And the Clippers miss again.
And one thing that talent evaluators wondered about with Doncic coming in, was he quick enough to play point guard? And in case you're wondering how that worked out, the answer is yes, in bold capital letters.
Kicks it to George.
Paul George.
Takes a three.
The three.
He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
Paul George has become such an assertive and confident player. He knows exactly when he's in position to get that catch and shoot off.
From deep, here's Doncic. And the Mavericks, another three. And for the Mavericks scouts, there was never any question. Luka Doncic was born to quarterback an offense, Clark.
Boy, he sees the game 2 frames ahead, B.A. I mean, he's got the ball on the string. He's got great size. I think he's a blend of magic and kid when you think about how he sees the floor. They weren't the quickest either, but like Luka, they got where they wanted to when they needed to.
Timeout charge to Dallas.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Dallas calls timeout. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
Making a change here.
Mavericks dance team. Make some noise, fans.
The Mavericks leading. Doncic outside. Launches a three. Book it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And the first season matchup for them against the Mavericks this year.
Yeah, they were impressive against this club in a clash of the Titans last year, sweeping the season series.
Yeah, I like what you said there. I mean, both teams are in the upper echelon of the conference, but they really dominated that matchup. We'll see if that continues to be the case tonight.
on here in the second quarter. About 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining.
The Clippers trail.
2 minutes.
Jackson outside. Pass to George. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Really strong right there. George able to take the contact, muscle it up and in.
Here's Brunson. Back to Doncic. Lets the three fly. The shot off that time. And Los Angeles the other way now. It's George with the drive.
Assist goes to.
When George starts to heat up like that, it elevates his whole team. They're loving the scoring.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now here's Jackson. Leonard for 3.
Kawhi Leonard.
And the Clippers hit again from deep.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his three-point shooting.
Doncic outside. Tipped. And he gets it back. And George launches it from deep. Oh, it misses. Had a chance to tie it. And Marjanovic gets it to go. Marjanovic got his second bucket on the night.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
There's Jackson with the 3. And here's Brunson from the arc. He's off on that one. Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for Dallas. What a game from deep, making 5 trays. We'll be right back with you shortly. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Here's Jackson. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Kleba left side. Inside. Here's Doncic. Drops one in from the wing. Doncic has got 21.
One of the things I love most about Luka Doncic is court recognition and awareness. This guy is so sharp and alert, understands how to play.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 21. Six to shoot. To the paint. Here's Powell. And Powell with the snuff.
And I think Powell is terrific in the pick and roll. Knows how to dive after he sets the screen.
Hartenstein uses the glass on the layup. Hartenstein's got 6.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And the tremendous confidence of Luka Doncic. Part of what makes him special, I think. What comes first, you think, Grant? The talent or the swagger?
Wow, tough question, B.A. I think it's the talent. When you have great talent, then you have swagger. And you have to remember, I mean, he played professionally in Europe at the age of 16. So he may be young, but he's well seasoned. And he's been at this for a long time.
There's the 3. Dallas, no good that time either.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Zubac. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
They are just owning the boards right now.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And here's Doncic. Down low. Here's Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes it on.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection. But you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
And here's Doncic outside. He buries it from three. And now it's a 12-point Maverick lead.
This has been a running theme for him. Hit a number of threes in the first half. Now nails another.
Now here's Leonard. 9 points in the game. Here's George. Kicks it out to Jackson. Clock at 2. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Reggie Jackson.
5 points in the game.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
And here's Doncic outside. Another three for Dallas.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
And now the Mavs on the run. And Powell with the stuff.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
That's his first personal
And he
foul.
commits the intentional foul.
Team foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Timeout on the floor. Mavericks.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Mavericks dance team. All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise for T-shirt time. Mavericks timeout call. Who wants a T-shirt?
And Dallas calls time here. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Zubac. Lays it up and banks it in. Zubac has gotten his first bucket of the night.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
3
Here's man. And again, it's the Clippers converting. There's 57 seconds left in the third. Here's Ntilikina. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to George.
Mavericks foul. Hold on, Mariano. That's his first personal foul.
First one falls for him.
Foul.
You know, coming out of high school, George had a lot of options. He chose Fresno State, and it was a good call. His skills were on full display. He got to grow and blossom there. He became a leader. He even got his number retired and earned the number 10 pick in the draft, which was a surprise. But he's paid that off in a big way over his career.
From deep, here's Doncic.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Out of bounds.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. Now the Clippers with it. They trail by 11. Pass to Leonard. Here's man. It's Powell on the wing. Takes the three. Offensive board. Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard.
And the deficit down inside single digits. Leonard's got 11 points. And so it's Dallas. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Back after this. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Mavericks leading. Here's Powell. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Yeah, really good to see Powell playing within the offense and taking quality shots and riding his hot hand.
To the inside. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. From downtown. Doncic grabs the miss.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Kleber's shot is off. Pass to Leonard. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Kleber.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Doncic with the bucket.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Well, he's still battling, doing everything possible to keep them in this game.
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Doncic with the bucket.
And, you know, you look at Doncic for a forward, this guy handles the ball extremely well. He's terrific at creating for himself off the dribble.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Pass to Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. Here's Zubac. Tries again. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Well, Grant, it seems like each year play in the NBA becomes a little more wide open and a little less physical.
Yeah, it's definitely changed, BA, what you look for in a player today. Now, if you're overly aggressive, you always will be in foul trouble and of little use to your team. So being able to control your aggression is how you survive in today's game.
Kicks it out to Jackson. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Leonard. Back to Powell. And Powell the stuff.
Over his career, Kawhi has become a willing passer, one of his many improvements since being drafted in 2011.
Over to the wing. And here's Brunson. Doncic left side. From deep. Another three for Dallas.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the score by the Clippers. Here's Doncic. Shoots off the step back. Pass to Bullock. Now Brunson. Doncic on the wing. Puts up a three. And no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Leonard. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Leonard's gotten 4 this quarter.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Doncic left side. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. The Clippers trail. George drives in. Doncic outside. Here's Powell. George with the block.
George clearly one of the best two-way players in the game. He never takes a play off defensively.
Assist goes to
The defense tightens up, so he adjusts. Nice play.
Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
From deep, here's Doncic. Dallas again missing.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official. Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
From deep, here's Doncic. Nails it from 3. Doncic has got 38 points.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly. And because of Paul George's composure and even-keeled nature, his teammates have great trust in him in these situations.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're leading by 6. Only 2 seconds left to play in the 4th. From deep, here's Doncic. And that bucket's good.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
You know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it.
And so it's Dallas winning this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really
It's the Los Angeles Clippers taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Outside Leonard. Pass to George. And stolen by Simmons. Durant, wide open, he fires. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Durant's got the first basket of the game for the Nets.
And Kevin Durant signing an extension this past offseason, locked in with the Nets for the next 4 years. Seems like there's a very good chance Durant could end his career in Brooklyn.
Back to Simmons. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
The interior game of Simmons is rock solid. When he gets a matchup he likes, he knows exactly how to exploit it.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And stolen by Drummond. Outside for Simmons. George with the defensive effort.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Now, here's Zubats. Guarded by Curry. Inside shot. And that one is good from Zubats.
George's all-around game is very impressive. His passing has really grown. He's able to whip passes over to open teammates right on time and on target now.
Now here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Pass to Jackson. Left side, Leonard. Looking for George.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick. Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Now, here is George. Drains the three-pointer.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his three-point shooting.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Outside, Simmons. To the inside. Drummond. Outside, Curry. Clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Leonard inside. To the wing right side. Fires from deep. Brooklyn with the rebound.
part, though, sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Irving. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
His first foul.
And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction. But Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite.
Now, here is George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got his second bucket.
And George typically capitalizes well off any pick-and-roll situation because he makes quick decisions and his basketball IQ is pretty high.
Paul George.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Now here's Dragic. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. And here's Harris from the arc. Hits it from three-point range.
You know, like a lot of shooters, Harris prefers to release off a pass, catch and shoot, not the dribble.
From deep three-point range, and the Nets another three. 7 seconds left in the first. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Nets lead by 5. And we'll be back in just... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Nets.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. EA, thank you. Inside. And the rejection by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks.
It's Brown on the wing. Dragic taking his time here. Harris outside. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Oh!
My goodness. PG-13 emphatically throwing that one down. They're not stopping them on that dunk.
Pass to Dragic. Knocked away. Leonard with the steal. Here's George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
And, you know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where one or two possessions can impact the outcome.
And we've heard some talk, Greg, about the possibility of NBA expansion. What do you think about that?
Kevin, I think it would be great for the league. I mean, I played in Seattle for a season, and I know they would love to have a team back in the great Northwest.
Nets trail by 3. Durant deciding where to go with it. Can they get it? The shot comes out. George with the defensive effort. To the paint. Here's Jackson. And it's Zubac atop the key. Simmons pulls it in. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Brooklyn. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Irving. And the layup is good.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Los Angeles. And when it comes to handling the rock, Irving is second to none.
Greg, could not agree with you more. He is special in the highest form of special. Great ball handling skills, finishing ability with both hands. I don't know if I've seen a better finisher under 6'3" in the history of the league. You might have somebody in mind, but nobody's been better than Kyrie Irving at finishing and getting it done with his handles and skill.
Pass to Powell. Outside Leonard. Back to Powell. From the arc. And the rejection by Curry.
It's huge whenever Seth Curry comes up with the block. I think it ignites the entire team.
Inside the line. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
Pass to Zubac. Now here's Jackson. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's KD. Tries again. Drummond with it. 6 on the shot clock. Irving drives in. And the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got 6.
Slashing to the rim with so much precision and skill. Irving, nearly impossible to contain when he spots a lane and decides to drive.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
And I like the timing that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
And the rejection by Zubac. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Los Angeles on D. It's a 3-point game. Outside, George. Down low. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Boy, a wicked dunk by Leonard, showing this defense just how explosive he can be.
Here's Simmons. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets out in front, up by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. To the middle. Here's Drummond. Off target at the rim. George looking over the floor. Pass to Zubac. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Jackson with the bounce pass. Down low. And it's sent back by Drummond.
How about that swat by Drummond? Using all of his height and bounce to deny the offense there.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Nets leading by 3. And the latest wrinkle in Seth Curry's game, creating for others with consistency.
And he's taking time with his reads, letting the defense commit, then making his move. All part of that maturation process. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Los Angeles making a switch here. And the Clippers call time here.
All right, look who's coming up to the court. Come on, get loud for your Brooklyn Nets. Your Brooklyn Nets.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Out to the right wing. Pass to George. Here's Hartenstein. His 3-pointers off the mark.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. But they're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Here's Hartenstein. No good again that time. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Los Angeles calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Substitutions for your Nets.
And here are the Clippers now. They're scoreless since the first half. On the wing, Batum. George. Rebounded by the Nets. Pass to Drummond. Outside for Simmons. And he banks in the lane. Simmons got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Nets.
And there was a slight panic in L.A. when Kawhi opted out of his deal. It quickly went away as Kawhi signed a new one with the Clippers. The Clippers can build knowing Kawhi is in it for the long haul. Always nice to know you have a star that you can win with.
Curry with it. Leonard picks him up. Simmons inside. That shot misses. The Clippers go the other way with it. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
High post, KD. He has 7.
Well, the elevation from Durant should come as no surprise there. I mean, he's dangerous above the rim, and he can go way above it too, folks.
Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. Irving for 3. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Right side, George. Nice defense from KD.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Leonard looking over the floor. Going inside.
Kawhi Leonard.
Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 13.
How about the physicality there by Leonard? Charging in and through the contact to get that one up.
And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Durant for 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Back to Jackson. Outside for George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got 19 points.
Able to stretch the floor with his shooting. Paul George takes great pride in knocking down those triples.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Clippers trail by 9. To the paint. And stolen by Simmons. Outside for Durant. Shot clock at 6. Shoots it. And good. Got the Ingles that time as it falls. Durant got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Nets. Clippers moving the ball around. Deflects the pass. And it's Simmons penetrating. Lays it up off the glass. 10-point for Ben Simmons. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Outside, Batum. Right side, Leonard.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
To the inside. Left side, Irving. It's tipped. And they get it back. Pass to Drummond. In the corner, Irving with it. Connects from three-point range. And the Nets lead by 18.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And George, here we go.
An elite defensive threat and presence. Simmons understands exactly how to use his body to position himself for excellent defense.
Inside to the paint. Here's man. They need this. And it's good on the layup.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to Curry. Irving looking over the floor. A second chance effort. It's Curry with the drive. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And the Nets making a change here. It's the Nets now. Off the inbound, no good. On the wing, George. Down low. And stolen by Simmons. It's Durant on the wing. To the middle. Outside for Curry. That's tipped.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum, really an asset in blocking shots.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Pass to Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
A three from Leonard. That's his fifth miss of the game. He has made 6 of his 11 shots. Simmons with it. Leonard picks him up. Simmons can't get it to go.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nets.
And a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was
for Ben Simmons.
I thought his active hands were a big help. I mean, he took some chances on defense, and his gambles paid off. He got a bunch of steals.
Here's Aldridge. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's Leonard. And no good. Simmons with the defensive effort. Irving drives in. So valuable on the defensive side of the ball. Simmons goes beyond versatile, Clark. He can guard 1 through 5 at a very high level.
Well, Kevin, you start with his tremendous athleticism for a guy that's a legitimate 6'11". He takes pride in defending, and he's disruptive as well as disciplined.
And Simmons with the rebound. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Out of bounds. Nets ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. .30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the inside. Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
Outside Irving. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. From deep, George. Here's man. Misses there.
Well, Irving looking engaged and aggressive there, making an impact at the defensive end.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game.
It's the Los Angeles Clippers taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Here we go. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Brett Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Pass to George. Going inside. And Davis sends it back.
Love that D from Davis. Rises up and... swats that shot away. Now, lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
Now here's Jackson. Down low. And that one is off. Good D by Westbrook. Here's LeBron. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lots of speed and athleticism on the floor tonight. Brent, what do you think could determine the outcome?
Well, if you're going to play that fast, you're going to have to make decisions that don't catch up with the speed. And that means making the right quick decisions and not rushing things. If these teams get ahead of themselves, the first ones to do that, they might find themselves in a hole.
And the rejection by Zubac. And George, here we go. No good that time. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Inside. Back to James. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Davis. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Jackson looking it over. Pass to Zubac. And Davis pulls it down.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And this is year 1 of LeBron's 2-year, $85 million extension. And Greg, that will take him through age 38.
And that will amount to $435 million in career earnings, the most all time. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's got a few more years left in the tank after that. Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
It's stolen. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Trying to end the drought. Here's Leonard. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
It's like he's got a couple of suction cups at the end of those long arms. Those huge hands from Kawhi, helpful on the glass.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe, but he has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now, here is George. And here's Covington from the arc. The shot's good on the assist by George. And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And he gets it to go from the corner.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
That's not a defensive tactic, but that's what you saw there. Westbrook handling the rock and has the quickness to drive on pretty much anyone.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. The three-pointer is right on target.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Back to LeBron. Westbrook with a wide open look. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Kennard for three. Outside for George. For three. Kennard's shot is off.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Pass to Monk. Fires from deep. Here's Westbrook. Lakers working the ball around now. Takes the three. The tray. They grab their own miss. Clippers trail by 8. Now, here's Kennard. He's got 6. To the inside. Here's Covington. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. And that's good. Luke Kennard for 3. Kennard's got 9 points.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Pass to Kennard. Here's Hartenstein. He's guarded by Davis. And here's Kennard. He's got 9. Hartenstein can't get it to go.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Anthony with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And now LeBron pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, the anticipation for steals that Westbrook shows, I mean, maybe playing point guard paying off on the defensive end to help create that fast break.
And now in the second half of his career, Russell Westbrook wants rings. He knows he's getting older and has no time to waste. It's why he plays with such passion.
Now here's James. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Back to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
And Westbrook's high motor is why we love him. He goes out, Greg, and competes every play in every game.
No doubt, but I tell you what, he's tired of missing out on the NBA Finals. This is a guy that is hungry to get back to that stage. It'll be interesting to see if he can get it done.
Here's LeBron. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
A nice shot by Hartenstein.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Lakers.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Melo's got it going right now, and he's a threat from way beyond the arc, too. Defense has got to respect that more.
Kennard for 3. Pass to Powell. Kennard on the wing. Over Anthony. That one wide left.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now here's Westbrook. 5 points in the game. Back to Monk. Pass to LeBron. And here's Anthony for 3. Good, and the assist goes to James. Anthony's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Lakers. Outside Leonard. With the drive.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
Here's Westbrook. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
They get the rebound. Clippers trail by 19. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Zubac. Good on the shot.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Outside for Jackson. A 3-pointer, no good. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Lakers ahead. Ending the second quarter. The massive 16-4 run. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Pass to Monk. Westbrook with it. LeBron left side. Leonard with the steal. Here's George. Monk grabs the board.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And Davis gets it to go.
LeBron is just dominating right now, aware of the defense, and has not feared one since he came into the league. Goes right up with it.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. And a lot of players want a voice in team strategy, and I've always wondered, Greg, is there a downside for coaches letting their players get too involved?
I mean, there is a belief that you can have too many cooks in the kitchen, right? But if a player knows his stuff, it's worth at least hearing them out, if only to keep those open lines of communication.
Now here's Leonard, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. And that's good. Kawhi Leonard for three. Leonard's got 5.
Just don't let him get his feet set. Leonard has become a deadeye on the catch-and-shoot opportunities. All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Russell Westbrook with the rebound.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
And it's good for 2. 15 points in the game.
Well, how about LeBron reading the defense, waiting and being patient there until the gap opened up to deliver.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 5. From outside, off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Anthony's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Lakers. Here's Jackson. Will it go? And it's good on the way in. Jackson's got his first points of the game. So it's the Lakers now. Monk, no one around him. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
On the wing, Jackson. 5 to shoot. The putback. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
One of the big surprises with the NBA draft, the trade of Russell Westbrook. Westbrook let it be known he was open to another move. And it'll be interesting to see how he fits next to LeBron and AD this season.
And here's George. Following the three-pointer by Malik Monk. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Now here's LeBron. 18 points for him. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Zubac. Over Monk. It's stolen by Monk. Now the Lakers on the break. Monk's got the ball. And it's Davis with the jam.
And when AD takes off from the ground for alley-oops like this one, it really demoralizes the opponent.
Outside Leonard. Shot to stop the run. They get it back. That one goes. Count it. Zubac has got his second basket.
The hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
And George with this stuff.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
Pass to Monk. And here is James. Leonard with the steal. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
Here they are, your Laker girls. Robert Covington. Luke Kennard.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in complete command. Their lead at 28 points. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Leonard with the ball. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Now Powell. Out to the right wing. Off target with his three.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
Kawhi Leonard.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously he can when necessary, but not that time.
And this is what he does so well, putting the defender back on his heels and being relentless in flying to the basket.
The shot by Powell, no good. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. And he gets it back. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Monk. Leonard looking over the floor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Carmelo Anthony.
That one's on Anthony.
And there was a slight panic in L.A. when Kawhi opted out of his deal. It quickly went away as Kawhi signed a new one with the Clippers. The Clippers can build knowing Kawhi is in it for the long haul. Always nice to know you have a star that you can win with.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
To the paint. Here's James. And the dunk by James.
Russell Westbrook.
Well, it looks like he's got just one of those good feels tonight. That means trouble for the opponent.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And here's George for three. And Davis pulls it down. To the middle. Here's Anthony. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And last year, Carmelo Anthony climbed into the top 10 all-time in scoring.
Well, I mean, he's a surefire Hall of Famer. And he may never get that NBA title, but you factor in college and international play, and there's no doubt he'll be in Springfield.
Outside, Covington. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pass to LeBron. Outside Westbrook. Out to Anthony. No one near him. That's good on the jump shot. Anthony's got 12 points in just the second half. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
Substitution. Avisa Zubac.
And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul.
Lakers foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Monk. Clippers substitution.
Here's Leonard. Batum wide open. He fires.
Nicholas Batum.
Nailed from three-point land.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Back to Westbrook. Outside for Davis. Outside Westbrook. Outside Anthony. Back to LeBron. Second chance shot. He lays it in.
4-2.
James has got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, LeBron is good at the fundamentals, but just so great at reading where the rebound is coming off and grabs that one for a second chance opportunity.
Pass to Zubac. Another shot. Back to Batum. Over Davis. 4 on the clock. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today. And what a huge standout performance it was
for LeBron.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Good.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Looking to end his cold spell. Anthony with the block. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The drive by James.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
The first one falls.
Size and speed and force of LeBron James is something to behold. And he just seems to be getting better and better. That is scary.
George, that's a two-pointer. Offline.
That's the game.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty...